Grace and peace to you in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, and welcome this morning to worship. Hopefully they'll hear me out in the lobby, and they'll make their way here into the sanctuary. They're having a little party out there, it looks like. So maybe they can hear us, and they'll make their way in here any minute now. Welcome this morning to worship. We are delighted that each and every one of you is here worshiping with us today, whether it's here in our sanctuary or worshiping at home. We are glad that you are part of our church family this day. I have a few announcements to lift up this morning. First of all, I want to remind everyone to please find the black Who's Who pad in your pew. If you'll fill it out, let us know that you're here this morning. If you have a prayer request, if you will please find the card in the back of the pew in front of you. You can fill it out and bring it forward during one of our hymns. We'd be happy to lift up your prayer requests this morning later in our worship service. If you are at home and have a prayer request, we ask that you do please email us, call us, and let us know what your prayer requests are so that we can be in prayer for you. Want to walk through our announcements, but first let you know that Grace Cares is continuing to happen week in and week out. Grace Cares needs rice, it needs cereal, it needs green beans, and it needs spaghetti noodles most importantly this week. So if you're able to provide spaghetti noodles that we can put into our bags, please do consider giving for that this week. If you have not read through the back of your bulletin, I invite you to be sure that you do read through all the announcements on the back of your bulletin, just highlighting to make sure that everyone knows that choir practice is moving to Wednesday nights, starting at 6:15 p.m. in the music room. So if you have any kind of musical inclination to join our wonderful singers and musicians, please do show up on Wednesday nights for the practice 6:15. And you can always come to dinner right before that at 5 o'clock. And this Wednesday, we have our chili cook-off. How many entries do we have, Ronnie?
Gosh, 10 or 11.
10 or 11 entries. So this is an event you don't want to miss. Even if you don't like chili, come have some chili. He said to Susan McQuaig, who doesn't like chili. It's always a fun time. And then on the week after that, on the 14th, we will have dinner. And then at 6 o'clock here in the sanctuary, we will have our Ash Wednesday service, where we begin our season of Lent in preparation for Easter. So please make sure you do mark your calendars for 6 o'clock on Wednesday the 14th here in the sanctuary. But before we get to that, we have a special event that happens here every year. Coming up, we're going to have our Super Bowl Sunday offering and luncheon. How many soups do we have?
Probably 11 or 12.
Probably 11 or 12 soups. So again, another chance for you to fill your bellies and to fill our pots. Jason, are the kids ready? They're always ready to stand there with their pots. They're going to tackle you this year. If you don't, I'm just kidding. They're going to be ready for you to make a difference. And you have to always remember that when we do give to things like this, the money does go to important causes, specifically Grace Cares. And we talk about Grace Cares every week and how many bags of food we're giving away and the need that is growing in our very own community. So please, 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 please do make plans to give next Sunday for our soup luncheon and offering. And then coming up on the 18th is our annual congregational meeting that'll be following worship. And then after the annual congregation meeting will be the meeting of the corporation. If you are someone who is interested in volunteering to be on the board for the corporation as the president, vice president, treasurer, or secretary, please do see Jim McQuaig prior to the meeting so that he can have your name on the list. Also, in your bulletin, if you haven't looked, there are a couple of inserts in your bulletin. Want to draw your attention to the one that looks like this with a calendar on one side of it. Even though it's only February, or it's already February, we are already planning for stewardship for this year. What is it going to look like? And we want you to start being in prayer. We want you to start being in prayer right now for how you can continue to glorify God in 2024 and beyond. What is that going to look like? What is the love that God has poured into your life in this month that we talk about love? What is that going to look like going forward? Is it going to be something that you try to keep for yourself, or is it going to be something that you pay forward into the world, giving back because God has given into you? Jacob, I need a volunteer, so thank you for volunteering. If you'll come join me for a minute, please. I only do this because you're so pretty this morning. I appreciate you fixing your hair for me. Will you hold this for me? And make sure everybody can see it. Make sure they can see it at home. Make sure they can see it in here. I don't know if the choir has seen it yet or not. What are you holding, Jacob? A shoebox. What's the shoebox for? And there ends worship. All right. No, this is not for shoes. You could put some shoes in there. Can we put anything else in this, Jacob? What else can we put in there, Jacob? Toys. Anything else? Clothes. Anything else? Yeah. We can put lots of things in there. But maybe, Jacob, are you a busy person? Pretty busy. Is your dad a busy person? Sometimes we don't have time to get to the store to go buy shoes and clothes and toys. Do you have time to go to the store and buy those things? But do you like to help other people? His confidence is beaming right now, Jason. I'm loving this. We don't always have time to get to the store to go buy the things that we want to put in the boxes to help those. Does this go to people here in our church? I can't remember. If you don't know, I think Joyce could tell you. You have to ask her. Ask Miss Joyce where these shoe boxes go.
Miss Joyce, where did these shoe boxes go?
Where did they go? Last year, ours went to the Philippines and to Colombia.
So these shoe boxes with the Philippines and Colombia, they go around the world with stuff in it. And you're saying, well, I don't have time to fill a box right now, and it's only February. Of course it's already February. And you have an announcement in your bulletin that looks like this. It's got one side has our chairs and vice chairs for our ministries. The other side has about Operation Christmas Child. And so right now we're doing a special project where you're all encouraged, invited. Our goal is 25 boxes. To have these filled up, you go online. If you've got a smartphone, you can scan this little QR code. It'll take you right where you need to go. If you don't have a smartphone or don't know how to do this, you can get on the internet and follow the instructions in the paragraph above it. If you don't know how to do that and you still got questions, come see me. I will be happy to walk you through the process at any time, or Joyce will be happy to walk you through the process. And all you have to do is go to this website for Operation Christmas Child, fill out a little bit of information, and they're going to pack the boxes and send them for you. What's simpler than that, Jacob? Could you do something like that? Do you have time to do something like that? Hey, can you ask our friends out here if they have time to do something like that?
Do you have time to do something like that?
Yes. It's so hard to know. Well, Andrew, you come see me, and we will work together to make it happen. Or Joyce, she will call you and walk you through it, and she'll take care of it for you. You just give her your credit card number, social security number, address, and she'll take care of all of it for you. So please, if you have the spirit of love living in you, the spirit of giving in you in this season of Valentine's Day, if you have no one that you say, I don't know who to give a gift to, I don't know who to give a gift for, Jacob is always looking for someone to be his Valentine. And so you can fill one of these boxes and you can tell the church, this is because of Jacob. Because he did such a wonderful job standing up here holding the shoe box that's more than for just shoes. And we want to make sure that we each fill a box for Jacob. Is that something we can do?
Yes.
Yes. So thank you, Jacob, for volunteering this morning. And so please do, if you have any questions, see Joyce after any time, and feel free to ask me. I'll be happy to walk you through any of this information. I know I've shared a lot with you, and you don't want to hear me anymore, so I'm going to give you a chance to turn to your neighbor next to you across the aisle and greet them this morning with the love of Jesus Christ.
She follows a Canadian woman who writes a lot of bridge books. Seagram, Barbara Seagram. That's on Billy.
With God as our God, as we seek to know God more intimately and one another, let us take a moment of silence and prepare our hearts for worship as we listen to our centering music. Let us worship God.